as Managing Director of Vijayvani, has ensured the newspaper reached major milestones in a short span of time. Vijayvani has carried out many innovations which have now become an industry benchmark. With a motto to deliver better ROI for advertisers and serve the discerning readers with fresh content and appealing layout every day, Vijayvani, Karnataka's largest circulated Kannada daily.
At the 2015 Conference for Climate Change, UN General Secretary Ban Ki-moon was quoted saying that the future of the people of the world, the future of our planet, is in our hands. We cannot afford indecision, half measures, or merely gradual approaches. Our goal must be one of transformation. And our next set of awards are for those who have been the epitome of total transformation and have already set huge milestones in green advertising. To present our next set of awards, may I please request on stage Mr. Kaushik Roy, President, Brand Strategy, Marketing Communication, Reliance Industries, and past President, IAA India Chapter. And Mr. Ashish Pai, General Manager, West, Vijayvani VRL Media. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard that the winners and the awardees haven't heard much of an applause and they're feeling a little let down. They've all done some good work. Please, let's keep the applause going. Let's keep the energy high. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me on stage. Can we please have the audio visual?
The Olive Crown Awards aims to recognize the importance of sustainability. In lieu of that, the Gold Award for the Green Brand of the Year 2016 goes to Dainik Bhaskar Group for Ek Ped, Ek Zindagi. We request Mr. Vinay Maheshwari to please come up on stage to receive the award.
Ladies and gentlemen, but you're coming to pick it up on his behalf, so let's be that Mr. Maheshwari, wherever he is, here's the applause for his wonderful work. Thank you very much. For our initial thought of a 360-degree experience, our campaign involves so many elements, and our next category recognizes the effort of those campaigns that chose to go the green way. Can we have the audio visual, please?
Olive Crown Awards 2016 celebrates creative excellence in communicating sustainability. And to recognize the efforts of brands and agencies, we present the category Campaign of the Year. The Silver Olive Crown for Campaign of the Year goes to Umbrella Design for Times Bappa, created by the Umbrella team.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one is a big one. Campaign of the Year. They've come up on stage many times before. You know their faces very well. What a young bunch of talented people. We're hoping to see some very, very excellent work in the coming years. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
This year's Gold Olive Crown for Campaign of the Year goes to DDB Mudra Group for Big Bazaar Paper Pataka.
Mama, patake?
Shh, no patake.
ये क्या है?
पटाखा।
ये क्या है? मम्मी, पटाखा।
रुको। चल राउंड लगा।
अब ये क्या नया शुरू किया है? कुछ अच्छा ही शुरू किया है। हैप्पी दिवाली। हैप्पी दिवाली।
इस दिवाली कुछ नया सोचते हैं, कुछ अच्छा करते हैं। शुभ शुरुआत। बिग बाजार, मेकिंग इंडिया ब्यूटीफुल।
इस त्योहार एक नई शुरुआत करें। हर पहली तारीख को पेड़ लगाते हैं एनवायरनमेंट के लिए। ऑटो वाले को घर से 100 मीटर पहले छोड़ देते हैं सेहत के लिए। खिड़की में एक कटोरी पानी रखते हैं पंछियों के लिए। शावर की जगह बाल्टी से नहाते हैं पानी की बचत के लिए। खाली रैपर्स बैग में रखते हैं स्वच्छ भारत के लिए। और हाँ, पोल्यूशन वाले पटाखे से नहीं, पेपर पटाखे से दिवाली मनाते हैं खुशियों के लिए। इस दिवाली कुछ नया सोचते हैं, कुछ नया करते हैं। बिग बाजार की तरफ से आपको शुभ शुरुआत।
शुभ शुरुआत करें, शुभ शुरुआत करें।
बिग बाजार, मेकिंग इंडिया ब्यूटीफुल।
पेपर पटाखा कैसे बनाते सीखना है? तो इस लिंक पर क्लिक करो। पेपर पटाखा बनाने के लिए ऐसा पेपर यूज करो। फिर उसको बीच से ऐसे फोल्ड करो और खोलो। नीचे से ऐसे 3 फोल्ड करो, हाफ से थोड़ा ऊपर। फिर ऐसे फोल्ड करो। फिर ऊपर वाले एंड को पकड़ के 2 साइड के बीच में से ऐसे पुश करो। बन गया पेपर पटाखा।
Created by Sonal Dabral, Rajiv Sabnis, Amit Kekre, Sanjay Pandey, Rahul Matthew, Nilay Munji, Manoj Bhagat, and Vishal Sane.
Yes, you can whistle for them. You can cheer a little louder for them. You can make some noise. All congratulations belongs to the wonderful team. Thank you very much. Many congratulations to all the winners once again. And as we proceed into the last category of awards, these awards are for those who have gone the extra mile, taken the extra effort, and created sustainable experience. But before we do that, we have the pleasure, of course, of having with us a multifaceted personality who is a model, an actor, a producer, a former Miss Asia Pacific, and above all, a strong, great social worker. She has been involved with Cancer Patients Aid Association, Spastic Society of India, PETA, CRY, and most recently, NDTV Greenathon. She's associated with campaigns such as Sanctuary, Asia's Leave Me Alone, and Female Feticide, and is endorsed for The Body Shop for their stand on the ban on animal testing and propagation of recycled packaging and national products. She is also the co-ambassador for Panasonic and recipient of the Green Award at IFA 2012. Our first guest of honor is an example of a true green ambassador. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please help me invite on stage the very beautiful Dia Mirza. Dia, thank you very much for being here. I would love for you to say a few words.
Good evening. It's a wonderful honor to be present here this evening as a champion of the environment and as somebody who feels passionately about a sustainable future. I think it's been very, very heartening for me to be seated here and watch such wonderful work happening in the advertising world. We live in a paradoxical time where there's almost this permanent state of dichotomy. While we have become a consumerist society and we are all trying to sell something or buy something most of the time, it's hard to make the right choices. And I find that children seem to be finding an amazing balance. So for all the parents who are making a lot of money, who seem to have newer aspirations, newer wants, newer needs, we have some incredible young minds in the country, kids who are a part of a program called Kids for Tigers, and children who interact with some of the programs that we run through Sanctuary Asia or the Wildlife Trust of India. Kids in different schools today who are becoming more and more aware of how we've waged war on our natural resources and how our unending greed has caused havoc in the world. And these young children have learned to say no. And I think that is a wonderful indication of our future. But we have before us a huge responsibility. I know each of us seated here today, this evening, is fully aware of that responsibility, which is why we're even here. But I just want to leave you with a question. I was a kid who grew up in the 80s, and I know that the alarm bells for climate change had started ringing. Project Tiger was established in India at the time. There was a lot of talk about how corporations were depleting our natural resources. And clearly, communications failed at some level because we still struggle as a nation and as a world to make people better informed about the role that nature plays in our lives and how deeply connected we are with our environment. So when we speak about GDP and we speak about economy and we speak about growth, I don't understand why we don't speak enough about our environment. And they're both deeply connected. If we don't have health, I have no idea how we will ever have a healthy economy. India, as we know it today, is a deeply populated nation, a nation that is growing, a nation whose wants and needs and desires are also growing. And there are many, many bellies to fill, but there are also many desires to fulfill. And I just hope that each of us here can play our part in helping people understand how important it is for us to nurture, cherish, and take care of our natural resources, of our water bodies, of our forests, of our wild animals, and ensure that this message reaches out to everybody, because that's the only way we are going to survive and fill those bellies. Because the tragedy about climate change and the consequence of climate change is that the poorest of the poor are always the most affected. And our conscience must never allow that to happen. And congratulations to all the winners. Mudra, are you carrying a truck with you? Because you have a lot of trophies to take back home. Well done, bravo, keep going. I know as somebody who is constantly trying to produce communication for the various organizations that I represent, how challenging it is to find the revenue to produce this content. And I hope that each of you can use your marketing zeal to make more people put their hands in their pockets and take out money for what really matters. And I think there's been some great innovation where marketing and advertising has been used to propagate a very, very important message, as we've witnessed this evening. Keep going. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the good work that you're doing. But there's lots more to be done. And you always have us. At least you always have my support. Thank you so much for having me. And congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dia. I'd request you to please stay back on stage. Very rightly said, lots more to be done. And you're right, where would they keep all their mementos now? They have loads of them now. Absolutely. It is, of course, time now to introduce our chief guest this evening. They truly say that behind every successful man is a woman. And while we celebrated the International Women's Day just yesterday, it's a happy coincidence that our chief guest is also a lady of great stature. May I please request President IAA India Chapter to escort our chief guest of this evening, Mrs. Amrita Fadnavis, on stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for our wonderful chief guest, Mrs. Fadnavis. Our next set of awards is one that was introduced to salute corporates who choose action over words, who believe that corporate social responsibility is really corporate social investment, an investment in the environment around them, the community they live in, the planet they share. We call this the Corporate Social Crusader Award, and this year we present not one but 2 gold awards to those who have set great examples for the corporate world. May I please request our chief guest, Mrs. Amrita Fadnavis, guest of honor, Dia Mirza, along with our president, Mr. Swami, to please present the first Corporate Social Crusader Award to Yes Community, Clean India Campaign, and Yes Foundation. Yes, I am the change. May I please request Namita Vikas, Group President and Country Head, responsible banking and Yes Foundation team, Ms. Prerna Langa, Shivangi Gaikwad, Mr. Rohan Das,